I've been meaning to make this for a long time, and today is what I hope will be my last chemo, at least for a while. So I thought now is a good time to do it. It's also going to be quite a long one, so please hang on. Those of you for whom cancer and cancer treatment has touched might find it useful. I hope so anyway. The first thing is that when you or anybody else thinks you've got something wrong, early symptoms that I completely disregarded because I didn't know about or didn't understand. I became mildly incontinent and increasingly more incontinent over a period of a couple of years, 2-3 years. Kept meaning to do something about it, was really rather embarrassed about it, couldn't understand why, never got round to dealing with it. Turns out, large growth on bladder, that was why. Once you've removed it, jobs are good. Tiredness. I was so tired. I was so tired. I was coming home from work at 5:30. I was in bed asleep by 6. It was all I could do to drag my body around. However, most people who get cancer live through it. They do. I'm sorry. Statistically, that's true. The earlier you catch it, the more likely you are to find it's completely treatable. So don't hang around frightened of what you'll find, because the quicker you can get seen and sorted, the more easily it can be dealt with. And even if it's not picked up till late, mine wasn't, I had stage 4 cancer. So it's not considered curable. But as you can see, it's over a year since I was diagnosed, still here, feel better than I have for a while. I'm finishing chemo today. I will carry on with immunotherapy. If I'm lucky, that will keep it at bay. For how long, I don't know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. And here comes the other important thing that I think is more important than anything else. Anyone who is diagnosed with cancer, I believe, although some people flatly deny it, one of the thoughts that, hold on, shut up, Holly, please, this is not the time, that comes through your head is, I am going to die. I'm sorry, it just does. And 3 o'clock in the morning, we don't talk about. And you're allowed to have those feelings, of course you are, because everybody will. Sometimes they can be alleviated by doing things which I did very early on. Make sure that you've got a good written will. It's not expensive, and you can do it yourself if you haven't got a lot. That will put your mind at rest as to what will happen if you die. Get something called a lasting power of attorney. They can take a while to set up, and they cost 80 quid, so that if you are really ill, which you might... Anyone want a dog? So if you're really ill, somebody you nominate can take over your affairs, which can be really useful. And that doesn't mean whether you're going to die. It means if you're just really ill for, say, 6 months to a year, you've got somebody who can make sure the bills are paid and all the rest of it. So you can do things like that. You can make sure all the family photographs are labelled, all that kind of stuff. That's busy work as well, and it helps you process what's happening to you on the back burner while your front brain is busy doing something constructive. But you will find that you will feel really well. A lot of people who've got really quite a say, I feel really well. Because, of course, you have cancer. But if that's being treated, the treatment can make you feel really ill. But if they're controlling the cancer, the rest of you can feel better than it has for years. The treatments do make you feel a bit rough. Now, some people will find it easier than others. I've been really, really lucky. I haven't had much problems at all. But they do make you feel rough, and it's cumulatively rough. And I know this sounds bizarre, but absolutely true. Because as time goes on, the side effects do tend to build up slightly, but you are expecting them and you know what they are. I now know I'm going to feel like shit for 10 days. It's fine. I've hunkered down. I've made all the preparations for it. I'm prepared. I've got my car parked up. Everything I want for the next 10 days is all in line. What am I going to do? Hang around feeling like crap, and I'll probably be on live because I'll be bored and I won't be able to do much else. New treatments are coming online the whole time. Engage with your oncologist. They have your best interest in mind. Do not fall prey to the snake oil salesman and the pseudoscientists, because unless you engage with your good, medically approved cancer treatment, the chances are that you will die of something that could have been prevented. If you are going to indulge in naturopathy and all the rest of it, do not put anything into your mouth before you have cleared it with your oncologist, because some treatments that sound benign are not. They can interfere with the chemotherapy. They can make you very ill. For a start, soursop can on its own make you really bloody ill. So Be careful. Naturopaths do not do this for free or for the love of it. They are making money and they are unregulated. Your oncologist is well regulated. If their patients start dying at an alarming rate, there'll be an investigation, you better believe it. So, all of those things. And remember, none of us have a fixed life expectancy. None of you know if you're going to be alive next year. Not one of us. The thing about cancer patients is that you have an idea of how you will meet your end, and probably it will be okay. I'm not saying that all cancer is curable, and I'm not saying that all cancer is painless. That's not true. But for a lot of them, it's not as bad as you're scared of. Cancer treatment has come on massively in 20 years. Things that would have killed you 30 years ago for sure are now almost completely curable. So, hang on to that thought, and while you're still here, and while you're still alive, be alive. Have fun. You can. Make the most of it. Relish every day, and may there be many, many more days to relish. And if anyone wants a dog, let me know.